Student Lauren Spear are now saying that they are being stonewalled by the friends that she was with, the people who last saw her daughter. They say that they're simply not talking about what happened that night. She vanished last year after a night of partying at her school, Indiana University. Indiana authorities say that they are still actively investigating the 20-year-old girl's disappearance, but of course the parents just want some answers as to what happened to their daughter. I'm joined by Keith Sullivan, a defense attorney, and Tamara Holder, Fox News legal analyst. Welcome to both of you. Tamara, you know, Mrs. Spears' letter is heart-wrenching, and you can understand why she is frustrated, feeling that these people who were with her, because she went back and forth. She went to a bar, she went over to the friend's house, then she left there alone. One of the boys said that he saw her walk across the grass back over in the direction of her apartment, and then she disappeared. And they feel like these folks know more than they're saying.
Well, I'm sure that they probably do, but it's not the duty of the kids, unfortunately, and this is a tragic statement I'm about to make, but they don't have any duty to tell the parents exactly what happened for many reasons, because maybe what they say can be used against them later on. Now, it is the duty of the police department and of investigators to interview these people, to ask them questions, to put the story together, and I think that's where the parents' anger should be placed towards the investigators, not the people who were potentially involved.
Keith, do we know, how much they have pursued these people to get their story, to find out that they know everything they can get from them?
Apparently, it appears that they've pursued it more so than the parents are aware. Jamie Wolf, who was the boyfriend of the missing girl, claims that he underwent a polygraph examination administered by the police department. The family seems to be unaware that that took place. Now, as far as the polygraphs go, I would advise the individuals not to take a polygraph. It's going to do no good. It's a great investigative tool, but if you pass it, it will never get you off the suspect list. And if you are arrested and indicted, it will never exonerate you. Yeah. It's considered inadmissible. It's considered junk science. So I would advise those kids not to take it. Yeah. I would go a step further with the mother. I'd tell her to start naming names. If she has specific individuals who she feels are holding things back, and like Tamara pointed out, they may or they may not be, and they don't have an obligation to reveal it, put some social pressure on those individuals. Put their names in the letter. Put it out there publicly and see if that breaks a leak. But that's a very risky thing to do. I mean, now you're risking potentially opening yourself up to some kind of liability for defamation of character or something of the sort if you start naming people who are potentially involved in a crime and it didn't occur.
I think back to Natalie Holloway and her mother and how strongly she felt that that young man, Joran van der Sloot, knew what happened and that the people who were with him had more information that they were giving. And as a parent, it's impossible to imagine what it feels like when all of these people were with her. They all went to a bar together. They might know a little bit about who else was there. You know, I have to believe, Keith, that these police, I mean, you think they're not doing their job? I mean, that seems unlikely, doesn't it?
I have no reason...
Given the focus on this case?
You're right. I have no reason not to believe that they're not doing everything they can. And it's interesting that you bring up the Joran van der Sloot case, and Tamara's correct. You can be dangerous and bring yourself close to liability, but your child is missing and gone. Take the risk, put it out there. And I'm not saying accuse people of a crime. I'm just saying so-and-so, Jane Doe, John Doe, whoever it may be, has not spoken to the police. They've never come and told us their story. That's truth. You don't hide behind truth. You stand in front of the truth.
Guys, we've got to leave it there. Thank you very much. Tamara Holder, Keith Sullivan. Thanks, guys.